Hi, this is Jundo. Welcome to Tree Leaf. Our subject today is Shakyamuni Bodhisattva. Now, most people think of Shakyamuni as Gautama Buddha. That's the Buddha, the fellow who left his life in the palace looking for answers to human suffering, old age, sickness, and death. And one day under the Bodhi tree was enlightened, and he was the Buddha. But you know, before he was the Buddha, he was a seeker, a searcher, a bodhisattva. And I'm here to tell you too, and Buddhist theology, if you want to call it that, wants to get a little ambiguous on this point. Some people might debate it, but he was a bodhisattva afterwards too. Let me explain. Now, there are some famous Jataka tales. These are hundreds and hundreds of I'll call them beautiful myth stories of the Buddha's past lives. They're so popular in Asia. There are hundreds of them. And the Buddha came back as everything you can imagine. But he always was of service to others. If he was a rabbit, he gave himself to the hunter to feed the hunter. If he was someone who saw someone with a broken heart, he mended their heart. If he saw someone in pain, he soothed their pain. There are hundreds of these tales, most of them quite simple. But in the life just prior to the time he was Buddha, Buddha was seeking in order to find the suffering that is part of the human condition. And so he did this seeking not just for himself, but really seeking the answer for all sentient beings. So when he discovered this answer, or answers, or whatever they are, under the Bodhi tree, he didn't just sit there. Now, at first he was tempted to. The reason was not because he didn't want to help people. He thought they wouldn't understand. It was so overwhelming, so truly amazing and simple. But finally, after wrestling with himself a bit, wrestling with that devil Mara we talked about last time, he got up and he began teaching, and he spent the next decades of his life of service, wandering here, wandering there, spreading the simple message. The cure for the disease of suffering. And so I think he was a bodhisattva then too. A bodhisattva is, in the Mahayana tradition, one who seeks to save all sentient beings, not just himself. What was the Buddha doing in spreading his message instead, other than seeking to save all of us? And so he's a bodhisattva even now. He's left this visible world, but his teachings live on. Today, we had our Zazen Kai, and I dedicated it in memory of Azuma Ikuo Roshi, who was a bodhisattva for me and so many people at Sojiji, Honzan, when I first came to practice there. A younger man, about 25, had all the basic questions about Zen. Where do you put your legs? Where do you put your mind? He was very patient, and for about 10 years we just sit and have some tea and talk about this and that, sometimes serious, sometimes not. Lovely man. And so the gratitude for that bodhisattva that's in my heart, I can't express. But he's still here. He's still sitting with us. His teachings are still here every time we sit. But you know, in this life we're all connected. And we can help each other. Sometimes we hurt each other. Sometimes we're the devil to each other. But we can be bodhisattvas for each other. Sometimes we mean to help other people or those we love and we hurt them. maybe all of us do a little of both, but there are so many people that we help, but more importantly, that have helped us and brought us here. So I'd like to ask you, if you can, if there's someone that maybe you've been out of contact with for many years. Now, so the people who help us can be our parents, our brothers, our sisters, a friend, a school teacher. But if there's someone you haven't told them in a long time, just pick up a phone. I don't know if email does it, but write them a letter, maybe, something they can hold in their hands. And just say, thank you. Thank you for, because of you, because of all you did so many years ago, I'm here, I'm okay. And so much is due to you. I just want to express gratitude because they are the bodhisattvas in our lives. Shall we sit with that?